Welcome to ruralvacantland.com. This is Luke Smith, and I'm here with Gilian. And I just wanted to say Happy New Year, and thank you everybody that's been buying land over the last year. It's been a lot of fun hearing about all the stories, people moving from the city to the countryside and starting out fresh and getting rid of their mortgage, getting rid of their rent, getting rid of all kinds of bills and going for it. I wanted to introduce Gilian. I'm in Thailand right now, so I haven't been returning calls as fast as usual, but I'll be back in the U.S. soon and calling people back again. Gilian came to visit Thailand. It's a good trip.
It did. And thank you.
Yeah. And I just wanted to put a little video together talking about the new year. Got plans going into the new year. And it's that time of year, right? Everyone makes New Year's resolutions, and what are we doing into 2018 versus 2017? I think 2017 is a lot of learning and figuring out how to buy and sell land and get it sold on terms, get it sold for cash, and buying it for good deals and getting it put out there on good deals. And did a lot of transactions and a lot of deal flow, made a lot of people happy. And going into 2018, I'd like to do a lot more deals, a lot higher quality deals. And I think a big aspect of 2018 that I'd like to get into is the personal financial side of land as an asset class. My background is a brokerage business, and I used to help a lot of people use stocks as an asset class, highly speculative penny stocks as an asset class to create personal wealth, to improve their personal finances, and it's always been a big passion of mine. And I think land is almost an easier asset class to use for personal finance. And so one of the things that I always used to talk about in stocks with a lot of my clients was looking at your personal finances in a way that uses the 20/80 rule, Pareto's concept. You know, in finance, I think it shines through in a big way. The top 20% of your finances produce 80% of the results. You know, those kinds of concepts. And looking at your bills, I think focusing in on your bills first and categorizing your bills, not so much categorizing, but ranking your bills from largest to smallest. And looking at the largest ones first. Can I cut them? Can I reduce them? Can I slash them? What can I do? How can I be more creative to reduce these bills? And as you reduce the bills, you can improve your personal finances. You start having a more margin in your personal finances for savings and for killing other bills and getting rid of debts. And it can snowball pretty immensely and grow in a way that can be a large impact to your personal finances. So when people look at their personal finances from that aspect, what's the largest bill going to the smallest bill? A lot of them you can just wipe off there and say, I don't have to do it anymore, like cable TV and things, right? But the biggest bill, the hardest one to get over is housing. You know, either mortgage or rent, or however you're paying for housing. And everyone's finances that I've tried to help through this, it's housing. It's housing. And that's one of the biggest needs is housing, having a roof over your head, and safety, and the homeliness and everything of it. But it's also one of the biggest bills. And so one of the best ways to cut those bills, in my opinion, first is through finance, by reducing bills and offsetting your bills with residual streams of income, whether it's an investment or a business or something that keeps paying. You know, you do a lot of work in the beginning to put it together and make it happen, and then you keep getting money over time, whether it's writing a book and getting royalties from the sales of the book, or creating music and getting royalties from the sale of the music, or putting your capital, your work, your labor, or your money or something in to build something that produces over time to offset that bill. And whether you do it one bill at a time to offset each bill, or bits and pieces of bills, you know, starting out, the first little bit that you can offset is the hardest. And as you do a little bit more, it gets easier and easier and easier. And it just compounds immensely and can create personal financial freedom over time as you keep doing that. And so I think finance is one of the first things you can do to improve your personal financials by reducing bills and then offsetting the ones that you can't reduce or get rid of or haven't figured out how. And then later on, doing things like buying land and walking away from the city, using information technology to move on, and just walk away from all those bills and go create your own thing somewhere else, some piece of land that's costs next to nothing and in the middle of nowhere that you can get supplies delivered, you can work from there on the internet and all that kind of stuff and go for it. I think the modern technologies allow us to do that in a big way. YouTube, internet, all kinds of things, and that just makes it fun. That's the world we're living in, right?
Right. Do you have any exciting news for them in 2018?
I want to do more teaching. I want to do more hands-on, walking people through these land deals from beginning to end and all the aspects in between.
That's great.
So we can have more partnerships, more collaboration, more people that we're working with on these deals. We can do all the aspects from buying to selling and the paperwork in between. And so if other people are dealing land and dealing, buying, selling, or you want to, or you're trying to figure out how to get into it, there's a lot of pieces to the pie to put the whole business together. And some people are good at some pieces and not all the pieces, or they like doing some pieces and not all the other pieces. And I think that's where Gilian and I can help a bunch.
Yeah, we can definitely help you. We are like your back office, and we can help you with anything that you need in your business.
Yeah.
As long as we can. Yeah.
From finding deals to buy,
yes,
to sell, to paperworking them up in between, and promotion, advertising, and making them happen. I think
billings and stuff.
Yeah, billings, selling them on terms. That part of the business has been growing. I think that's a beautiful side of the business too. I mean, you could have us do it all for you, basically. Sell it on terms and just collect the checks. Collect checks over time. We're shipping out a good deal of checks already. And just monthly checks for people that buy them on terms. And I think we can do a lot more of that going forward.
Yes.
It's amazing spread between buying land for cash, good cash prices, and selling it on terms. And I think it's just a wildly lucrative piece of the investment arena that's out there right now. So I'd love to walk you through that if you're interested in doing those deals. I'm going to try to make more videos and informational.
Yeah, and thank you. Actually, it was Luke who helped us with the business, so that's why it grows, and we are so happy to have Luke as well. And he has given us information. It's for free, and it's great because a lot of people learn from the office, and we wanted to grow as well, same as with his business. So a lot of people are buying his lands, and it seems like every day is a shopping day for them.
There's different people buying land off the website every day. And the stories that come with it are the fun part. I mean, people are so happy, they're like crying on the phone. They're jumping up and down. They've got their first piece of land.
Because it's actually cheap, and that's the reason why they're happy. And they wanted to buy some more.
They want more. A lot of the people will buy one, and then they'll buy 2 more, and they'll buy 5 more. Is this for real? I got to pinch myself. Different stories. I don't know how many stories we should tell it. A couple different people call back and say, I want a refund because I got a deed to the land. And what about the land? And I'm scratching my head. What do you mean, what about the land? It's your land. Maybe I need to give them a certificate or something more. I mean, almost have to give them keys to the land, because a lot of people don't believe how easy it is to buy land. To buy it off the internet, off the website, click, give yourself a tour. You can go to the property with like Glide, Glyde. That is a nice app. And you can see where the property boundaries are on your cell phone as you walk around the property. A lot of the counties have GIS systems now where you can see where the property boundaries are with GPS coordinates. and we've got videos on ruralvacantland.com on my website for navigating through the multiple different county GIS systems. If you're in a county and you're lost somewhere, I mean, let me know. I'll try to make more videos about that county. I'll try to help you through them. We've got software to pull up GPS coordinates of the four corners of properties, or I mean, the properties can be crazy cockamamie shapes and GPS all over the place, every corner, angle and stuff. We can pull that up for you too. The GPS aren't going to be super exacto precise. You don't want to build up the lines, but it's pretty close for shopping land and looking at land. That kind of technology I think is amazing compared to my parents' or grandparents' time, when you literally had to hire somebody to come out.
But right now everything is easy.
Exactly.
Just one pull
it's
away.
so much easier. The technologies are getting so much better. And deeds and title. A lot of people ask about title. You know, if I buy the land from you, how do I know it's free and clear? And it's title, all kinds of title questions. And we've got some pretty good title software. We do a lot of researching before we buy the properties and offer them up for sale. And we make sure that there's nothing weird there. We had one case this last year where 3 properties we bought in the same package had some pretty massive back taxes, and that was pretty frustrating. I checked with the county, and they said no back tax. They meant this year, not the last 5 years. So I learned a lesson on that one and paid the taxes right away. And so the person buying it got free, you know, multiple people bought the properties from that one free and clear, totally free and clear. I mean, we stand behind the properties that we have. But for the hundreds and hundreds of properties we traded in this last year, do you know how many we did in this last year?
Well, a lot. I can't count.
Yeah.
But maybe we can give them numbers later on when we
There's
got to talk to them.
a lot of properties that we bought and sold this last year.
Yes.
Getting close to 1,000 properties. And no title problems, because it's vacant land. People don't loan money on vacant land. That's the basis of it.
Yes.
The banks won't loan you money on vacant land. If there's some kind of improvements like a well or a building or something, then there's a lot higher chance of liens and problems. When we do searches for land that we're looking to buy, the main problem that we run into is taxes, back taxes, and taxes are generally pretty easy to figure out by calling the county, by emailing the county, by writing letters to the county, by checking the county's website, by checking their tax records. That's free and easy for anybody to check on any of these properties. You don't have to be the owner of the property. I mean, Gilian helps me put the APN numbers of every property on the website. You can call the county and ask them about that APN, and you can check the taxes yourself without paying for a title company to do it. They'll charge you probably more than the price of the land, just for making that call for you. And if there are back taxes on any of the ones that are on our website, unless it specifically says in the ad, which is like maybe 1 or 2 properties that we have out of 600 up for sale right now, we pay the taxes off for you, and at the time of sale, it's clear. But some of the taxes keep going and going faster than I can keep them paid. I'm not going to keep paying every week while they're up for sale or something. So pay them off at the time of sale, and it's free and clear to you.
Yes.
And we stand behind that. And
once they paid, the deed will be processed,
Yeah.
and they have their lands.
Yeah. How fast do you process deeds?
Fast.
Yeah. Some of the other land dealers were haggling me because some of the guys bought land from me and then they bought land from them. And the guys that bought land were complaining because they didn't get their deed in time. Like, they said, Luke got the deed in a couple of days, and the other guy took, a couple of weeks. It's because a lot of these counties we have digital recording. I'm scanning stuff, and Gillian's getting it into the recorder and following it through the whole recording process really fast. And we're trying our hardest to get those deeds back out to you as fast as we can. Sometimes they've taken a little longer than we stated, but for the most part, they have gotten, emailed and mailed out to the people as fast as we darn well can. In a couple of the counties, we still have, we don't have digital recording. We've got mail recording, so we mail them up and they mail them back. But I try to state that on the website. We've got a piece of the website that talks about the processing times, or our normal processing times in each county.
Yeah, and they're gonna receive an email anyway once they actually inquire, and you have all the information in there, like the step-by-step process. So everything will be easier for them when they buy the property.
Yeah, it's basically you check out and go for it. Some of the new stuff coming up this year. So a bunch of my old videos show you Moon Clerk checkout and pretty easy checkout, credit card only. I think going forward we're adding more credit cards and a new shopping cart system.
Much more exciting for them to shop.
I hope to have Bitcoin on there, Bitcoin and some of the other cryptocurrencies. I think that is a really good way to pay for real assets. I want to differentiate. So lots of times I'm telling people just use a credit card to check out, which is great because you've got chargeback qualities. I mean, it's really bad for me. I don't want you to do chargebacks. We had one chargeback this year. One person did a chargeback. It was a $49 a month payment plan, and it was $49 down, $49 a month for a property, and the guy did a chargeback on the first 49 bucks, so it wasn't very much money or anything. Out of thousands of payments, one chargeback. So, like, I used to say no chargebacks ever in the land business, but I've had one now. And but generally, the guy just didn't ask. He never picked up the phone or emailed or anything to ask. And I would just give him a refund. If he wanted a refund, I would give him a refund. But I tried calling him, no communications, anything. So it happens. But credit cards, you can do chargeback if you really wanted to. Please don't. Call me, email me. I mean, I'll make it right as best I can. Trade the land, a different land, refund the land. Let me know what the problem is. I want you to be happy.
And if any problems that you may have, you will always, you guys will reach out to us, and we reply immediately as soon as we can.
And so we've got, I think with Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies, adding that to the lineup. A lot of people are getting into trading them, but not maybe buying and selling with them as much. I think it'll be neat to have our land in the list of people and websites that accept the cryptocurrencies. And their transaction fees are like next to nothing compared to the credit card companies. And there's no chargebacks. So when it comes to selling hard assets, it's a lot easier to use those as a merchant. And so what I was thinking, I haven't done it yet, is as we get that set up, I wanted to offer a discount for people that are using the cryptocurrencies on the website to buy land versus the credit cards. I don't know if anyone will go for it or not, but I was thinking like a 5% discount, and that's more than any of the credit card transaction fees and stuff. But I think it would be neat to be the land leader in taking cryptocurrencies, because we're just really sending the middle finger to the real estate industry and all the bureaucracy and everything else in between. And so I think it'd be fun, and maybe I get a lot of questions out of it, maybe not, maybe no one cares, but I think it'd be fun to offer some discounts for doing the cryptocurrencies. And I just spent some time in Shanghai, and
how was Shanghai?
It was really mind-opening. It was very different than I thought it would be. I mean, I've done a good deal of traveling, but I've never been to China, and Shanghai I've heard a lot of things about China that were just totally not true at all. I mean, it was very first world. It was very clean. It was very modern. Had a lot of amazing food. People were really nice to me.
Wow.
Everyone said they're rude and awful, and they spit all over the place. And there's definitely some spitting, but they were very nice, friendly people. Like, not as a crowd, but as an individual. 2 or 3 family, whatever. And my 4-year-old is very rambunctious, and I'm always kind of shy to take him to different places. And he, walking on the street, just trying to get into everyone's face. The Chinese people laughed at him, and they thought he was so much fun, and they wanted to take a picture with him, and they were playing with him, and they were taking him off from different angles to spend time with him. So it was really kid-friendly. I was amazed at how kid-friendly it was. But I was also amazed at the building and the amount of money and things going on there. I mean, the rents were ridiculous. The prices of apartments, condos, and things were just insane. Totally insane.
Expensive? Very.
Yeah. I mean, a basic condo thing is $5 million. And, yeah, nothing
Very
fancy
high.
about it. I mean, yeah. I mean, I thought Southern California is expensive. Shanghai's ridiculous. But
Much more.
Yeah. And they don't allow YouTube. They don't allow Google anything. So I was kind of lost. I use a lot of Google. But they all use WePay, and which is like a Chinese app. They go up to the register and they hold up their phone with a barcode on it.
Yeah.
And they pass information back and forth, payment. And Apple's got the Apple Pay, and Facebook's got the Facebook Pay, and what else? There's a whole bunch of these apps that are coming
WeChat,
through.
they also
WeChat,
use
yeah, there's a bunch of
Pay.
these different payment systems that I would like to integrate into the website as well. And so if I can figure out how, I think that's one of the things coming up for this next year. I'd like to integrate a lot of the different alternative payment systems besides Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, JCB, the classic old school money processing houses that charge 2 and 3%. And these new systems charge like next to nothing, and they're a lot more friendly at moving money back and forth through lots of different currencies. And I don't know what their transaction limits are. I mean, I run into that problem a lot with the credit cards and buying land, but I think using those will open it up, and maybe it can open up to the Chinese market as well.
Yeah. So actually anywhere in the globe.
Yeah, anywhere in the globe. But that one that the Chinese use, they use it because the Chinese government has mandated that you can't be anonymous on the internet, or else they block that part of the internet out. So like Facebook, YouTube, Google stuff, you can remain anonymous. You can make whatever name you want. You don't have to get it checked out. But if you want to log into the Chinese stuff, they want to check that you've got the payment system on that app. Because if you've got the payment system, then it's linked to your bank account. And if it's linked to the bank account, then the bank checked your photo ID, and they checked who you are, and they know who you are, and that kind of stuff. So they're trying to make a very safe internet.
Transactions.
Very what?
Yeah, very safe internet.
Yeah, safe internet, safe transactions, safe internet. No, the government is bad kind of stuff, but also no malware, no nasty advertising that you don't want showing up on your computer, no viruses, because when you're in the Chinese internet, they know where everything's coming from, or else it's blocked out. They can track it all to whoever posted it, right?
Yeah.
So that's how they're promoting their version of the internet as the safest internet. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. I mean, there's pros and cons to it, but I think opening up to their payment systems would be a good thing. And maybe I can't move massive amounts of capital from mainland China outside. Maybe I have to move product instead of capital. I like bartering. I might get a bunch of money in China and buy something there, ship that over, sell that, and then I got the money. It's a different style of transactions, Chinese style, right?
Yeah.
Currency control style. But I think that would be great. And so if I get these payment systems set up, there's a couple different people advertising on my website, their land on the website, and I think they'll be able to use the same payment systems. And I'd like to offer that to more people as well. If you want to post your land on ruralvacantland.com, it's a couple different ways. I think it starts with a phone call depending on what you're looking for, and we'll figure it out, tailor it from there. So, any other Happy New Year's?
Yeah. Well,
Plans
Happy
for the
New
new
Year.
year? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, so hopefully this video is not too long, just an update, and hopefully the sound quality is working. We're looking at the Andaman Sea here in front of us. We turn the camera around, but the colors don't work so well. The light goes away.
Yeah.
And what do you think?
Yeah,
That's
I
a wrap.
guess that's it. And,
Thank you guys. Thanks for listening.
You.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for buying land. Thanks for shopping land, considering buying land in the future. And hopefully if you like these kinds of updates, especially property specific, property after property, I plan on making a lot more property specific videos going forward. Click the subscribe button and follow this channel, and it'd make me happy. It'd make me see that you appreciate what we're doing. Thank you guys, and feel free to call, email, text, especially comment. I think I probably reply to comments the fastest out of all communications. If you want to comment in the comments below, those come right up on my phone, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can there. And Gillian and crew are always answering the phone and
emails
when I'm not, but I try to answer the phone a lot too. Yeah. So thank you. Thanks, Gillian.
Thanks as well, Luke.
Thanks for all your help. Yeah.
Of course, and more blessings and more lands to sell and buy in 2018.
Yeah, there's lots of them, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of land out there. Everybody's invited.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yep, bye.